All right, Morgan, thank you. And November might mean some rough weather, but it also means it is playoff time for high school football.
Oh, yeah. Chris Francis is here, and he's got you covered.
Thank you, guys. Yep, district playoffs tonight, the first of 4 straight weeks where it's win or go home. Lots of pressure. One mistake, the season could end. And for the second week here on the KIRO 7 High School Football Report, our game of the week features a defending state champ. How about Graham Kapowsin hosting Mount Si? The Eagles started slowly this year, but tonight looking for their 5th straight win using that same formula that got them that title last season. Davion Superales, quarterback keeper. It led to a short touchdown run. And speaking of power running, Michael Toa, one of the bruisers in the backfield, he wants a repeat title. 26 yards for the score for him. GK has averaged 30 points a game the last month. Wildcats do answer on a nice screen here and a nice run, but GK's defense up to the task when it mattered most. A convincing win for the defending champs, 35-14.
If our line doesn't get the job done, we don't get the job done. But when they are getting the job done, we all play hella good, amazingly. And it's amazing for me, and I just love it. It's the sight of it.
We challenge our kids both defensively and up front on the offensive line to win with physicality, and so you can see the excitement with the kids and how just big it is for them. They're the ones that have earned it. They've worked so hard. They've been relentless both at practice, at games. It doesn't hurt when you got kids that can make plays with the football. You just got to find a way to get it to them.
There you go. And it wasn't a good night for passing teams, of course, with the wind. GK picked off 2 passes, which helped turn the tide in the game. They'll take a little momentum into the state playoffs. And we're back after this quick timeout. And we're back on the KIRO 7 High School Football Report presented by Zoom Care. And we'll stay in the 4A ranks where Sumner, who dethroned Graham Kapowsin as league champions, played host to Kentridge tonight at Sunset Chev Stadium. The Spartans with a real shot at the state title. They wasted no time tonight. Cade Bodine avoids pressure, a nice little spiral to Cade Gindra. So Cade to Cade. Sumner strikes first. Kentridge answered. A mammoth 6'5" quarterback, 230 pounds. Dorian Thomas bowling his way across. That tied the game early, but Matthew Spurbeck put things on his back and took over. The Sumner junior scoring 2 touchdowns. This is the second one, a 40-yarder. Gindra also caught another bomb. The route was on. Spartans take it 56-12. They hold Kentridge scoreless in the second half. Yes, they are going to be tough to beat. Also in 4A up north, Woodinville stuns Glacier Peak with a 3-point upset on the road, and on the plateau, Eastlake advances to state with a win over Tahoma. Now in 3A tonight, Lincoln, one of a handful of unbeaten teams, looking to keep it that way at home against Marysville. Pilchuck started fast. Gabari Johnson, he's been doing it all year. Spots Drake Granberry. 13 yards later, they are on the board. And you know, the Abe's defense gets overshadowed a lot by that offense. It scores a lot of points, but tonight they proved their worth. Luke Shoemaker rocked on the blitz by Kelly Siofatui, and Sebastian Esekelu recovers. That stops the Pilchuck drive, and the Abe's offense took advantage, as you knew they would. Navarre Dixon, 27 yards. Pilchuck, they hung around for a while, but Lincoln eventually rolls 62-31. Meanwhile, Liberty Patriots, runner-up in Kinko 3A. They put their 7-2 record up against Monroe, 8-1. And the Bearcats said hello right out of the gate. A punt block, Nick Mauser scoops it and scores 7-0. And not long after that, Monroe's Gavin Rance, he got the pick, and they scored a couple of plays after that. So 14-0. All defense and special teams for Monroe. Now, Liberty answered. Roan Klein hitting Garrison Hansis on the slant, but the Bearcats forced 5 turnovers in this game, and they put it out of reach late. Mason Davis took a handoff, turned on the Jets, 53 yards. That made it 21-7. You know, the Bears lost their first game last week to Ferndale, Bearcats, but they made up for it tonight, 35-21. The final. So it's on to states for them. More 3A scores for you. Stanwood holds off a late charge by Lakes. Yelm cruises to a win over Bishop Blanchette. And we're back after this timeout. And welcome back one more time. Another showdown in 3A tonight. O'Day with an early kick against Ed Woodway. The Fighting Irish controlled things early thanks to the running game. They did have a 3rd and goal when Luke DeAnna went 11 yards. Irish up 7-0. You know, once the Warriors got a taste of that ground attack, O'Day decided to switch it up. DeAnna with the pass to downtown Jason Brown, who took it in, doing what he does, of course. He usually just runs it in. So Not so much passing, too much offense from the Irish tonight. If it wasn't Brown, it was Rasan Thomas around the left side. Irish win at 56-20. They're going to be a top 5 seed in the state tourney starting next week. We move on to 2A, Bremerton visiting Fife, and the windy conditions were perfect for two teams that love to run the football. Bo Fualawa finding gaps, cutting past defenders, 44 yards before finally getting knocked out of bounds. Tack on a late hit there, and that helps them finish in the end zone. Fualawa around the left side, just inside the pylon for the Trojans score. Fife's defense did the rest. The Trojans qualified for states with a 21-14 win. You can check out our website for all your scores and highlights. State playoffs next week. We'll be here to cover it for you. I'm Chris Francis. Thanks for watching, everybody.